Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Because I have so many questions from you guys and I know it's a lot of interest on this MG EHS Plug-in Hybrid HS, I decide to make this video. It's a consumption video. We will drive on the highway, we will drive in the city a lot. So at the end of this trip, I hope I make this test as real as possible. All the technical data of the car will be in the description of this video. It makes no sense to talk about those things because I have separate videos on my channel. I have a full review, interior, exterior, multimedia system. I explain you there all the things. Also I have a test drive video where I explain how this plug-in hybrid system works, and also I will explain in this video, so make no sense to go again to all those information. So I will just show you the setup. Will be comfort, regeneration brake on high, hybrid, only hybrid we will drive, and also steering wheel on comfort. Those will be the setup for this trip. Also all other settings will remain the same for the whole length of the trip. We start with 355 km on the petrol and 57 km on electric, and we will reset the consumption here from start and we will start driving, and let's see what kind of numbers we can get. And of course we drive a little bit in the city in the beginning and then we will go on the highway. Now 338 horsepower is the total power of the car, around 350 Newton meter. It's complicated to calculate because the car comes with a petrol engine, 1.5 liter, 4 cylinders in line, combined with two electric motors, one generator 150 horsepower and another electric motor 183 horsepower, which is able to drive the wheels. And it's a front wheel drive. The electric motor and the petrol engine drive the front wheel of the car. So yeah, it's interesting. It's one of the most interesting hybrid system on the market these days. It's very similar with what Nissan and Honda do. It's like the petrol engine is try to act like a generator most of the time. Only at high speeds, when you push it harder than the petrol engine, it's kicking and try to drive the wheels, and it's connected to the wheels. But other than that, most of the time, I mean 90% of the time, it's just running. When it's running to charge the battery or to drive the wheels, but most of the time will stay off. Now when you are in hybrid mode, the car will decide exactly what to do. It has a computer, a hardware that choose, you know, it's very intelligent, that choose when the car to drive in electric, when the car to drive in petrol, and when to drive in mixed mode. It can drive in series or in parallel, so it can definitely choose what is the better approach, you know, in different situations. Probably in the future we will see some AI, artificial intelligence, that will kind of manage those hybrid systems, plug-in hybrid systems, and then we'll choose depending on the traffic, depending on the weather, depending on the geography, mountains or up and downs and stuff like that, depending on many other factors. So they become more intelligent. We will see that probably in the future, but for the moment we have a computer that it's pretty smart. I noticed that MG used this system in a very smart way because it's trying to somehow hold the energy to use it later. So as long as you don't choose, look at this guy, man, as long as you don't choose to drive electric, the car will choose for you. So for example, let me explain you to understand a little bit better. For example, you want to drive like from home to work and you make like 30 km go, 30 km back. This car have a range of 100 km combined, only in electric. So you go 30 km to work, 30 km back. So you choose to drive in electric and you drive only electric, then you can do that. You just press the button, EV, and you're driving only electric. If you want, for example, to drive in hybrid, or you choose to drive in hybrid, the car will choose for you. For example, right now the car is choosing for me, and it's like, you can see right now it's just electric. On low speed around these areas, only electric. As long as you have enough battery and the car have enough battery, will drive only in electric mode. And that's a big advantage, because you're feeling like you're driving an electric car. So you feel like you're driving smooth, it's silent, it's smooth, it's economical, you don't pollute around here, and also you don't make too much noise, which is very, very efficient. And then of course, when you don't have anymore, you go on the highway at high speeds, then the petrol engine will start to run. Most of the time will be constantly on, and will try to run more and more. And of course, depending on the driving mode, if you are in sport mode, you drive more aggressive, then the petrol engine will be more on. But when you drive eco, then yeah, on comfort, then the car will keep the petrol engine off most of the time. Regarding suspension, it's set up very good. It comes with MacPherson independent on the front and multi-link independent on the rear. Good suspension. The fact that the car is pretty heavy, 1,800 kilograms, that helps somehow to be planted on the ground, so it doesn't lean too much in corners. Stability is pretty good, so it stays quite good on the road, which is really important from my point of view. So now we drive a little bit in the city, so we try to get those kind of condition of stop and go. So this is great when we look at the consumption in the end. Also at low speed, I like the fact that as long as you are under 50 km/h, you can see the camera left and right if you want to go around the small corners and around certain objects and stuff like that. Right now, you see, most of the time we are driving in electric. I think 90% of the time we were in electric mode around here, and even here at 50 km/h, just at those kind of speeds, it's driving really. And by the way, I forget to tell you, the climatic system, it's off. I forget to turn it on, and I will leave it like that. Anyway, outside there are 17 degrees, maybe less, maybe 15, 17 degrees is perfect temperature, and also inside the cabin it's perfect temperature. I don't need climatic system, and yeah, I forget to turn it on. I just leave it like that, and it is what it is. So you can calculate yourself how it's going to be, but yeah, I will leave it like that. Anyway, now we are still in electric mode. We will go also on the highway. Now, another important thing on those hybrid cars, it's the regeneration. And the regeneration in this car have two different modes, low and high. High recuperation we use right now, so when you release the acceleration pedal, you see the car is kind of recuperate. It's not very strong, it's pretty well set up from my point of view. I think the setup it's pretty good. And also on low, it's like most of the time it's like almost rolling, it's just recuperating a little bit. So great setup, I would say, great settings. And another thing, when you're braking, so when you're braking, the feeling between regenerative brake and physical brakes are very smooth, so you don't notice when it's making that transition, which is very important for me. Also, going around the corners, you have 3 different modes of the steering wheel. Right now we are on comfort, it's very soft, it goes around very easy in the corners. It's very easy to drive the car, very easy to park and go around. It feels smooth, it feels easy, it's pretty assisted, the steering wheel, so it's exactly how it's supposed to be. I like very, very much the way they set up the car. Sound insulation up to 120 km/h, it's pretty good. over 120 km/h, you start to hear some noise from the mirrors, you start to hear some noise from outside. So yeah, then it starts to be a little bit noisier. Now we go on the highway, try to accelerate a little bit more so we can keep a steady acceleration. Also, it comes with autopilot. You can activate it from here, so the car, it stays between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance. And I noticed that works really good. Right now on the highway, guys, you see the petrol engine, it's running right now. It's kind of driving the wheels. It's also sending back the energy to the battery, and also now it's braking, recuperate the energy. You can see it right there, but it's still running. The good thing on the car is the fact that you almost never hear the engine when it's running. I mean, if you stop this graphic, you never know when it's running and what's happening. So it's very smooth, the system. Look at this. Now it's petrol running. So at speed of over 100 km/h, the petrol engine, it's most of the time running. So that's important to point out. And again, this autopilot system, it's still working. Look at this. It stays between the lanes just perfectly. And now it's running in a mix mode when it goes uphill. And only petrol. And now it's recuperating the energy, the petrol engine, it's still running. And of course, with time, because this is a brand new car, right? With time, the petrol engine will be also more efficient. After 10,000 kilometers, will start to be more efficient and use less energy, which is very good. Now we can start driving a little bit faster. It's a little bit windy today from front right now. Yeah, here the road, it's a little bit better around here. So I tell you, up to 120 km/h, the noise, it's very good. The noise insulation is good. Over 120, you start to hear some wind and some noise from outside. The car, it stays really well on the road at high speed, so the stability on the road is very good. So even at 130, you have a good stability, and as long as the asphalt, the road under, it's good quality, you have a good amount of silent inside the car. So over 130, you start to hear a little bit of wind, but not something serious, just a little bit of wind. But in general, it sits really well. And you can see right now the petrol engine is running, but it's so silent, you don't hear it. Actually, you don't hear it. Running really smooth, probably one of the most silent hybrids on the market that make those switches in a silent way. And it's so strange because when you have your car in place, you know, static, and then you open the hood and you hear the engine, the petrol engine, it's quite noisy, but when you're driving it, you don't hear it. It's It's a little bit strange, you know, somehow. I don't know how they managed to do that. Probably it's running at lower RPMs, and probably when you open the hood it's running at higher RPMs, not sure, but still pretty good stuff. Good stability also in the curves. I tell you, the suspension setup with the weight ratio, it's pretty good, so it sits really well. Look at this. I mean, even at 190 km/h, it sits really well on curves. Good comfort, good stability, side support is pretty well made on the seats here. Also, as long as, look at this, the asphalt here, the road here, it's very good quality. And as long as the road is such a good quality, you don't hear too much noise also in the cabin and also from the tires and so on. But I like how stable the car is on the curves. It's really good. Now we go back on the highway on the other side, but it's pretty stable, the car. I'm impressed. The suspension was, the setup suspension weight was one of the plus of the car. Comfort, the safety features of the car, and the way that the hybrid system work and run so smooth was the things that really impressed me. Now we go back on the highway, so we will try to hold a steady higher speed. Now I think the wind is hitting from in front, because I can hear it a little bit more now. Also, you can pass other cars without any problem, so you have more than enough power. It sits pretty well on the road, it's very stable. Hold it here at 130, 35. But if you need power, you can also accelerate without any problem. You can see it's going super easy. So even at those kind of speeds, if you need more power, you can accelerate without any problem. So you can cross pass other cars without any problem. And right now, most of the time, the petrol engine is running constantly for those kind of speeds. So that means we have still 56% battery. We lost only 1 kilometer of battery, but consumption on the petrol will be higher for sure right now. Now the petrol engine is running constantly. Keep it around here. Now here asphalt and roads start to be a little bit worser. So it's a little bit noisier, it's normal. What I notice is that at high speeds, most of the time the petrol engine is running constantly and sending the power to the wheels. And I think it's enough with the highway. We will go out and then we will drive also in the city a little bit so we can see. You can see right now immediately recuperate the energy back into the battery. Just anticipate the traffic ahead, and then we don't have to use the brakes. We use just the acceleration pedal to recuperate the energy back into the battery. So I'm just releasing the acceleration pedal and the car is recuperating the energy back. Now press the brakes and then still recuperate. And now the petrol engine, it's off. It's so smooth, man. You don't hear when the petrol engine is running or it's stopping. Now you will see we are back in the city and we have like 56 kilometer still, and we are driving only electric. You will see just all the driving you will see will be only in electric mode. That's crazy good, you know, when you have this system like. And I don't know why, I definitely like this plug-in hybrid system more than other types of plug-in hybrid systems. I feel like it's more efficient. I feel like it's more smooth, because other plug-in hybrids tend to run more on the petrol. But this one, try the best to be more in electric mode. But on the highway, of course, it's running in petrol. But even when it's running in petrol, the petrol engine, it's somehow so silent, and it's make no sense how silent it is. I didn't find too many information on MG website regarding this system and how it works, and many information, but you have to understand it yourself and drive it, and then you understand more and more. And I did that, and to be honest, it's from my tests, it's impressive. It's definitely impressive. Let's see the consumption until now. We have like 6.8 liter plus minus 2.3 kilowatt hours. So we have minus consumption. The car charged more the battery than used the energy. So it's crazy. And even though it used some of the energy, it's also recuperate more than it used. It's crazy, right? Because we drive on the highway, that's normal somehow. But 6.8 liters, wow, it's good. It's not bad. You saw we drive at kind of high speeds. And now in the city, now we will see in the city, we probably lower the consumption in petrol mode. Probably will grow it, of course, in electric mode, but we will see by how much. Because I drive a little bit earlier the car only in electric mode, I was really curious to see the consumption only in electric mode, and I had for some areas 12.1 kilowatt hour, which is impressive. In the city, no traffic, good condition, perfect conditions, and that number is even better. It's even good for a full electric car. But when you have plug-in hybrid with all that weight added on and stuff like that, it's even better. Now recuperate the energy back into the battery. Yeah, let's see. Now the consumption will grow on electric. Yeah, 0.9. You see it goes to 0.9, but wow, the consumption on the petrol, it's lowering to 5.5. So impressive, right? No, I was wrong. That was the other consumption. Now here it's 6.6 plus minus 0.8 kilowatt hour, so it's still growing the consumption on the electric, and it stayed the same on the petrol, 6.6 liters. The good part is that as long as you sit on the traffic light and you don't have the climatic system on, you don't consume nothing, just the electronics on the screens and stuff like that. But this is the big advantage of having these kind of hybrid systems. It's also much more silent. You see safety features. In case you don't see the car in front, it's braking, the car will warn you that you're approaching too fast and you should apply the brakes, and also will apply automatically because it comes with emergency brake. So good stuff, good safety features on this car, impressively good safety features. Also the car knows, because it's connected to internet, where is traffic, and we have traffic here with red and orange, and then you have blue. That's so smart, and it's real time. It's really good. Yeah, impressive, definitely impressive. What I see here on MG, I always forget how good those cars are. I'm driving other cars and then coming back here, I remember, oh man, this is really good. This is good, solid stuff. And the fact that they offer 7 years warranty or 150,000 kilometers says a lot about the trust that they have in the cars, in the systems, and it's definitely impressive how it's a good offer. That's why they grow so much in the last years, at least here in Europe. They have sold a lot of cars. Probably in the next 5 years MG will be between the first car manufacturers. And also we have 59 kilometer range. Look at this, it's crazy. We have more range than we start. Also you hear when it's running at low speeds in electric mode, you hear a sound from the speaker, so that will warn the other people or animals around the car that it is a vehicle around here, so they can know you're there, you know, without using the horn. this traffic, it's pretty good because it helps us, you know. The traffic from here will help us a little bit with the consumption. We can also activate the cruise control from here. You can set the distance between the car in front and your car. So you have like 3 levels, 1, 2, 3. And then you can set the speed to 30 km/h, for example, and then the car is just accelerate, brake, keep the distance, keep between the lanes. It's so easy to activate it because there are physical buttons around here. It's so easy, you set it up and now the car is doing the job for you. You don't have to press the pedal. It's just accelerate, brake, keep the distance. Also, it comes with auto hold, electronic handbrake, downhill assist. It has everything you need for a modern car to run in a comfortable way. And it has a 2-speed automatic transmission which work flawless. I mean, you don't feel when it's changing gears, smooth, it's fast. It's yeah, you don't know. It's like it's like an electric car. You don't know how this 2-speed automatic transmission it's running. I guess yeah, they did a pretty good job. And as long as we run with those low speeds, you can see the consumption, it stays relatively the same. Here I think it was an accident or something like that. Something happened around here. Oh no, with motorcycles, man, these motorcycles. And yeah, the motorcycles, it's always like that. It's always happening like that. Motorcycles are so dangerous. I never trust them. I never trust them. And in this city, in this crowded city where nobody, very few people know and want to drive properly here and legally here, and there are so many accidents with motorcycles. And not only, so you have to be careful. I wouldn't trust driving here a motorcycle. It's like going on a motorcycle, driving in this city. It's like having 30% chance of something happen with you. You know, would you take the motorcycle? If someone tell you, okay, you go on the motorcycle, you have 30% chance of an accident, of something happened, would you go? I don't know. I wouldn't for sure. So now here we are still in electric. Consumption in electric is going higher, but consumption on petrol is going lower. And if we go to the graphic, we see how recuperation work. Visibility, it's also very good. Position of driving, it's great. You have electric adjustable seats. You can adjust the position, very simple, very fast, however you want. I like that. Man, you see, we are still in electric mode and we still have 58% battery. Impressive. It's crazy. The battery remained there, so the car decide that you want to keep this battery at a higher level. The car, it's even tell you that it's a school zone ahead. That's so smart. Not many cars give you those kind of informations. And at the end of this trip, I will give you, I will tell you as a bonus, or I will show you as a bonus also the whole consumption for the whole time that I own, or I had this car with me for the last days that I drive in, and what was the consumption for the time that I have it with me. And here we have to keep in mind, take into consideration also the times when the car was parked and with the system on and the lights on and the climatic system on, because I filmed the car, so I have to turn on those stuff. So yeah, it's an extra more consumption than it should be. So, but anyway, you can make an idea, some realistic numbers. Now, depending on many factors, depending on which country you are driving, with what kind of speeds you are driving, what are the conditions, what is the temperature, there are so many things that definitely contribute to the consumption of a car. Now we are still, now the petrol engine, I see it's on, but man, if I don't look there, I don't know. Now the petrol engine is running, so you see, you don't feel it, you don't hear it. Probably this plug-in hybrid is the most silent hybrid system, one of the most silent in the top 3 for sure, system that works and you don't know when it's running the petrol, when it's running electric, and so on. It's really good, it's really efficient. We still have 57 kilometer battery, crazy good. It's crazy good. Now let's see consumption. We have 6 liter and -1. Whoa, still 6 liter -1. 6 liter, it's much lower, so the petrol is going lower. The electric, it's still on minus, which is crazy. It's wow, it's impressive. It's definitely impressive. Now again in electric mode. Of course, the climatic system, it's off. We have to take this in consideration, but still in weather like that, you don't need it. You see, even now when I brake a little bit harder, you don't feel the transition between physical brakes and regenerative brakes. I think this trip was a great mix of highway, city, and higher speeds, like national roads. I think it was a perfect trip, perfect real life kind of conditions. And we have until now the consumption is 6.2 and minus 0.7 kilowatt hours. Pretty good, man. We still have 58 kilometer range, so the battery remained the same, just using the petrol. This is how the car decide to use the energy for this trip. 42 minutes, pretty good. 37 kilometers. The average speed 53 kilometer per hour. You can see that. I love the fact that it gives you so many informations here, so many information. You see the car have 4,173 kilometer until now, so over 10,000 kilometer. The petrol engine tend to have a better consumption, probably less, let's say around 0.5 0.3 liters. The car doesn't have any more the liquid for the wipers, I guess. Again, in this area we drive only in electric. Cool. And the settings, you saw it already. You can see the 360 degrees camera left. What I love about those cameras is the fact that you can see like 180 degrees on the side, so you can see from the front side, like front and back like a mirror. This is crazy. You see how cool they are. And also on the other side, the rear the same, the front the same. It's just so cool. Pretty cool. So you have those wipers here. The steering wheel, great grip. The seats are great. Ecological leather everywhere, so you don't have animal leather. Also on the steering wheel, eco leather. Great stuff. And it's also made in very good quality, so when you touch it, it feels really, really solid, really good quality. I have to turn around here. It's also easy to go around, to turn around the car, to go in the center and in the small places. Steering wheel, it's pretty assisted. You have a pretty good view. Of course, here in the corners, maybe because the big mirror, you have great visibility on the back, and also the A-pillar is big because it uses up to 70% steel. So to make the car as efficient as possible, as safe as possible, it has 5 stars at Euro Cup, by the way. They put 70% steel in the car, so they make it as safe as possible, as solid as possible. In case of an accident, you're pretty safe. So yeah, that's why the A-pillar, it's a little bit bigger. It has also a speaker there, so it's very similar. It looks quite similar with the Tesla Model Y in terms of size, but the mirrors are a little bit bigger here. But that's only in certain situation when you really need to look around there, but otherwise it's pretty fine. No, in general I like the car more than I would imagine. I definitely think it's a solid car, and I think they did a great job with it. And definitely probably one of the best in class, and with a relatively good price. I think it has the best price for range in the class. Anyway, yeah, I think it's enough. I think that's enough, guys. Anyway, if you're in Romania, in Bucharest or around here, if you want to test drive the car, see the car, or buy the car, definitely check out Meet Motors. I will leave the link in the description. Also on the screen, you find them around here. They have all the new models, so yeah, definitely check them out. Good, let me park the car and we will definitely check the consumption right now. Let me leave it here for a while. Also, I like the fact that you can park it in small spaces without any problem. Anyway, let me put it in park, electronic handbrake, and let me show you the consumption. 6 liters plus minus 1.3 kilowatt hours. So we came here with more energy in the battery, and we use only 6 liters for this trip. 38.8 kilometer, average speed 48 kilometer per hour, 48 minutes. What do you think about that, guys? I hope the video was useful. I hope you get some useful information from here. Don't miss out the full review, the test drive, if you want to find out more information about this car. There I go in more details. All the technical data of the car will be in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and yeah, I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.